Hi, everyone. So it's been kind of a Beatles week on my two channels, although on my Canadian Studmuffin channel today, I'm going to do something not Beatles related. So stay tuned for that. But since all of the excitement for us Beatles fans with the new song Now and then the official video premiering yesterday, and I did a live chat right afterwards. But I was really interested in the feedback from mainly Beatles fans, but of course, not everybody is a Beatles fan. I don't know why. But for instance, in my community, I posted, how do you rate the official video for the Beatles Now and Then? And so far, out of 140 votes, 54% rated it excellent. So that's good, more than half. And 20% very good. And then 12% good, fair, 9%, and poor, 4%. So overall, pretty good ratings for the video. And also in my community, some people left a comment. I really liked it. I heard the John Lennon demo before and didn't expect this new version to be so special, but it was. And Marianne Lockwood, who always comments, thank you, Marianne. Well, I understand some people's criticism of the AI used. I still found it very moving. I reacted to it like I do while looking at old photographs of family or friends that have passed on. Yeah, it's a 2D image, but it brings back to mind vivid memories and a few tears. John Ross, it's interesting and a clever use of technology. I wouldn't say it's a classic. And then Anthony, good. I just watched it again and like it a bit more for me and like it a bit more. But for me, it detracts from the song. I suppose I'm not a diehard fan because it didn't move me, but I fully understand why fans love it. I like the song itself more and more, though. I like John goofing around a bit, but it's overdone. The CGI effects are great, but the nostalgia thing doesn't do it for me because it's been done before. And despite the lack of technology, I think the Free as a Bird clip did the nostalgia thing better. Still, it was made for the true fans, and if they love it, then that's what's important. And of course, there's always, and everybody has a right, if somebody thinks the video is terrible, it's like, that's their opinion. So here's a negative one. Unfortunately, I must say I found it not only poor, but pretty awful. A lot of the video restoration looks quite cheap and unnatural, and the CGI green screen effects used to reunite the band physically were just uncalled for. It looks too low in quality, disingenuous and goofy, like a Stevie Ricks parody or a more recent Ringo solo video. It feels disoriented and silly, which does not match the song at all. This is the worst Beatles music video ever made, in my opinion. And I had high expectations when Peter Jackson was involved. The track is great and deserved better. Okay. And the final one here, song 7.5 out of 10. And the video is 6.5 out of 10. Cleaned up Lennon demo, which I've never heard. 9 out of 10. The Beatles version is way overproduced. Yak, yak, yak. So here are just some stills from the video. And I think some people, when you're a fan of an artist or a group, I think there's sometimes some fans that will never say anything negative about a band because, they love them so much. I'm not like that. I've criticized a lot of bands that I love, with some of their songs or albums. Blue Oyster Cult, Sparks, Frank Zappa. But with the Beatles, they're the only band that I love every single one of their songs that they've recorded, for their studio work. And if I didn't care for this song, I'd say it. Even as a Beatles fan, it's like, I really didn't like it, but I loved the song. When I first listened to it, and I did a live chat on my Canadian Studmuffin channel, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I didn't give it a 10 out of 10. I gave it an 8 out of 10. And Glenn Calloway, my buddy, Glenn Calloway from the basement, he was underwhelmed by the song. And he's like me. He considers the Beatles the best. But then when he saw this music video yesterday and we did another live chat, he kind of changed his opinion on the song. He's still not saying it's the greatest Beatles song, but I think he appreciated the song a lot more with the video. So did you get to listen to the song?
Twice.
Yeah, I heard it 3 times.
I have one word to describe it. Underwhelming.
Really?
Oh, come on. I mean, that just because we're Beatles fans, we don't have to like. I mean, it's modeling.
Glenn, you're banned from my channel.
It's lyrically.
Who doesn't really like Now and Then?
Larry, that video is fantastic.
Yeah.
I just watched it. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's
amazing
so
what they
poignant.
did.
And when you put the song in context with the video, I got very emotional.
Yeah.
So the more I listen to the song, the more I'm warming up to it.
Honestly, like yesterday, the first time I heard it, like I've said, I really did like it. I wouldn't say I loved it, but listening to it again on headphones last night, and the lyrics, there's not much to the lyrics or anything, but just the whole song, it got to me. Like, I love it. I just think the video is amazing. And yeah, there's CGI used, and I've used green screen myself. I know kind of how to use it and shadows and everything, but this is way beyond what I could ever do. And the way when you really look at it, and the old Paul is there, and you'll see the old Paul's shadow, behind, and it's just amazing how they did that. And the young Ringo beating on the drums that Ringo is sitting behind. I think, and also, even though the song is, kind of melancholy and sweet, and, there's really not many lyrics to it though, but I see nothing wrong with a lighthearted video to go with the song. I think it suits the song and the memories and everything, but that's just me. Yeah, I just think the video was really well done, but I knew, even when I was watching it the first time and I was so amazed by it, I was thinking, not everybody's going to love the video. Yeah. But I would say over 50% loved the video. And there's George Harrison smiling. You don't see that every day. And I really sincerely think if John and George were here today, as the Paul McCartney song Here Today gets into my head, I think they would have really appreciated and gotten a big kick out of the video and what they did, combining the old footage with the new footage. Yeah, and that is, I believe, what Pete Best gave for the video. I guess he had some unseen footage. And so it's just an exciting time. I'm sure people that follow all these music channels and we're talking about the Beatles so much. Some of you are going to get fed up, say, oh, enough about the Beatles. It's like, well, I'm sorry. If it wasn't for the Beatles, I wouldn't love the hundreds of other bands and solo artists that I do. From AC/DC and the Guess Who and Led Zeppelin, all the way to crazier stuff like Captain Beefheart and Can and the Residents, Sparks. Yeah, it all, for me, it all started with this band, the Beatles. And so that's why I'm excited, and a lot of other Beatles fans are excited with what's going on in the last few days. And of course, next week, the Red and the Blue albums come out, and I'm really looking forward to the remixed early songs. The Love Me Do that I did a review for on this channel, the new remix in stereo, I loved it. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to all the older songs that are on the Red album. And also, the later songs like I Am the Walrus. See what they do with the remix for that. So that's it. I apologize for being a huge Beatles fan and talking about the Beatles so much. But we love the Beatles and we're going to talk about them. But like I said, I realize not everybody is going to praise the song or the video. Even real Beatles fans, some are going to be disappointed, or even to the point where, I've read that some people don't even want to listen to it. They think it's wrong, what they did. But I don't. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. And on my Canadian Studmuffin channel today, there will be a non-Beatles video. Bye.